Good evening. Welcome to one and all on this exclusive show of Go Digital. This show is mainly focused on helping entrepreneurs get the right inputs, more in a complete solution of what they have to do, going digital and taking things in their complete manner. So here we will be presenting a solution in continuation to the workshops or whatever we have done start of the month. In the start of the month, when we started this digital wave and we started working on it, we had a chance to present to the Citizen Developers Group, where we have taken care of all the insights that are required to understand all the functions that get impacted. And then we have to take care more on either bringing it as an app form or bringing it as in a digital form where founders can make it well organized and take a control of the new way. So that's the workshops we have done. We have done exclusive workshops on sales function. We have done workshop on product function. We have done workshop on team, how to handle the team. We have done a workshop on how to handle marketing and also on the finance. So this was the complete workshop. And today we are going to bring up a solution as a result of that workshop. This is Mani Lakkaraju. I am the founder of SolworxS and I'm a mentor and I help founders translate their ideas into startups or businesses. And in the process, I help them create the business model, business strategy, as well as help them connect with few of the cloud solutions that can make them organize themselves well. And once they are stabilized with the revenues and all, I also help them raise funds. So this is exactly we do at Solve. Citizen development is a very unique initiative of SolworxS, where we believe that everyone can build apps or everyone can get the digital medium uh, as a process to take care of a lot of benefits. So that's where we are training a lot of sessions and we are running a lot of activities around it to help founders build their own solutions in the start. And then once they are good with it, then they can go to the next level in their business. So this is the complete focus of citizen development. And citizen developers group is essentially a forum where we bring a lot of programs enabling founders to do things by themselves on the digital medium. And this session today is a special presentation of citizen developers group, which is called Ample or Ample Tales. It's specially presenting the success stories or the best stories to the citizen developers, enabling them to arrive at a complete solution. So let's start the presentation. One second. Okay. Is going digital the need of the hour? And the answer is yes. COVID was just a situation, or this lockdown was just a situation which has actually brought us to a halt. But during this halt, we have learned a lot of things. How do we can go digital? How we can communicate to our customers through online, and how we can make the presence of the customers uh, by sharing the right content and the right products in the right format that is required online. So we have seen a lot of initiatives around various webinars where people are saying the need of the hour is to go digital. But how to go digital and what exactly it takes to go digital? This is what we are going to see today and we try to understand it much better. Before that, I would like to introduce you to the team of experts who have joined me today. And I'll also introduce the agenda and then we'll go to the team of experts. So we'll be typically looking at the Go Digital program at a very high level. And then I'll introduce the speakers. Then we talk about strategy. That is one thing that is very essential. Then we talk about branding. We talk about website. We talk about SEO. We talk about social media. and then we'll try to also see how we can scale it up, all of this. So this is typically the agendas today. So let me introduce the program. So Go Digital is a very industry exclusive presentation. This week we are bringing very focused presentation for schools and educations or academic institutes, because they are in rush to go digital, to launch their product and services, and to make the services available to a lot of customers or their members in the school or subscribers, or including all the people in the ecosystem, like the faculties or the partners. A lot of people who are interacting with the school ecosystem or the college ecosystem are going to be on digital. So this is the exclusive session on we are trying to provide for the schools and colleges. Let me introduce the experts team on the show today. Yes, we'll start with Devaya, who is into branding. Devaya, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Devaya, the founder of DC Studio. We are a branding agency. So I'm just going to begin the conversation by saying most of the organizations know little about branding. So therefore, if you know more about branding, you can always have a leg upon your competitors and you can articulate your brand well. So today in this conversation, I would like to talk about the 5 main principles in branding.
Devaya,
So let me go.
We'll come again. Let me introduce all the speakers and we'll come again.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you for that. May I invite Mr. Sodhi Baume to introduce himself.
Thank you, Mani. Good evening, everyone. So I'm Shubhadeep. I'm founder of novotape.com. We are a web agency. So just to give a background, I am having almost 19 years, like almost 2 decades. I know it sounds like I'm a dinosaur or something, but yeah, in this industry, web industry, I've seen the days from where the websites used to be just a static to how it moved to Web 2.0, and now all the content management systems and the mobile compatible websites. So I can help anyone who has anything query or any requirement related to websites. I can handhold them and certainly give them the optimal solution. Anything that, related to website and all aspects of website. Thank you, Mani. Over to you.
Thanks, Sodhi. Let me introduce Mr. Pratish. Pratish, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Good evening, guys. My name is Pratish. So I am one of the founders of a digital marketing agency called Blindly Digital. We operate out of Bangalore. To give you a professional background of what I was and what I am at the moment, I used to be a premier field engineer with Microsoft, where I've worked in the digital transformation for Mercedes, for ANZ Bank, for Bank of Ireland, a lot of such MNCs, including Infosys and so on. Coming to my passion, I'm more of an SEO expert, where I take care of the online presence and a digital strategist as well. So we work with e-commerces, we work with colleges like SRM University, we work with Jain University, we work with Christ College to create awareness on the digital platforms. As you are aware, digital is in the need of our, as Mr. Mani had quite pointedly explained. That is why I'm here, so that I can give you guys a very fruitful session as well. Thank you, Mr. Mani.
Thanks, Pratish. Is Motashim going to join us?
No, Mr. Zulmi. I believe he's
okay,
may not be joining us.
Fine, no problem. So you will be able to help us on the social media as well. Great.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So that's all the panel we have here today. Let's move on. So the most fundamental thing for a digital solution to work is purely mixture of 3 things. One is a strategy, then a team who can understand the strategy and deliver, and finally the solution that has to work for every founder and as well as in the budget, and it has to fit the needs of what he's currently looking for. Now, coming to a strategy, digital strategy can be looked in multiple ways. Like what exactly is the need of the hour? Are you looking for an engagement? Are you looking for a kind of a sale? Are you looking for a kind of a presence? Are you looking for a kind of connect? Are you looking for a kind of growth in, or just a kind of making yourself available in the digital world? So these are the various uh, questions a founder has to understand, and based on the question, a strategy has to be designed. And then once the strategy is designed, it has to be planned with all the components in it, which includes a brand, which can include a website, which can include SEO, which can include also the social media, as well as any other engagement model that you would like to do with the customer constantly. So this all makes the part of the strategy, part A. And then you should have a team who can actually understand the strategy and work. So the team, the importance of the team here is, if the team doesn't understand the complete strategy, the complete value delivery in the digital strategy may go in a different way. Like for example, I'm trying to create a marketplace, and if my brand consultant, my website consultant, or my SEO consultant, or my social media consultant doesn't understand the importance, or is not connected with my dream or my business need of a marketplace, I might end up doing a portal with a lot of information which may not help anyone. And I am confused why the customers are not buying when I still made a marketplace. So it is a very important aspect when the team works together, understanding the strategy. So that's where it is very important to have a team. And finally, solution. Why solution is also important is, what is that we are trying to make? Okay, digital marketplace can be done in multiple ways. So what exactly is the kind of marketplace we are looking for, and what is the kind of engagement around it? What is that we would like to say? So these are all the some of the questions that can go in detail of the strategy, and we have to list it, make it a plan, give it a timeline, then try to understand some basics of every of these concepts, and then try to figure it out, then complete the plan and try to execute the plan. That is how a strategy is very important for founders in making the digital presence felt. Because the idea of going digital is helping uh, your customers to understand 5 basic questions. So what is this company trying to do on the name of digital? What is it called? I mean, how do you name it? How do you see it? That's the first question your customers understand. Second, where can he get to see all these details? That's the second question your customer has to understand. Third, how can he reach, or how is that the information about what you're trying to do digital is reaching to your customer? So this is the third and the fourth question. And finally, how you are trying to connect with him, to engage, to take the feedback and all. So these are the basic 5 questions that typically constitute the strategy or the planning of the strategy. So with this, I would like to go with all our experts to help us fill in the details of each of the component and try to learn from them and what they have to say. With this, I'll go with the first stop with our first expert, branding expert, Mr. Devaya. Devaya, my question to you is like, we are doing all this kind of digital strategy, as I've explained. I've made a very good document, I've made a very good plan and all. But how does my customer see this, or how does my customer know this? What do you say this? What is your input for this?
That's right. That's a good question, Mr. Mani. So I completely understand. So I would like to explain certain things what people have to keep in mind when they put their organization to the market and market themselves. So I'm going to explain the 5 basic principles of branding, what they have to keep in mind. First thing is, keep it simple. The first step towards branding is always creating a logo. So you might have observed most of the bigger brands, say airlines or sports brands or hoteliers, they keep less than 3 colors in their logo. That's the first step towards branding. Keep it simple. Next, make it more personal. Get a digital brochure, a digital portfolio. Talk about your company, about the company, about the services or the products of the company, and why they have to choose you, and who are your clientele, and your experience. So when you promote yourself in the first phase, you have that great document digitally available with you, and you can send that to promote yourself. The third point, I would like to say, keep it focused. Always when you're starting a brand, do not think of creating sub brands. Always a big idea is the best. So never prompt your company in the initial stages to create or give ideas to yourself of creating a sub brand. Fourth would be different. So for this, you will have to ask the experts like us. So how you can be different in the market, and what are the various different channels that you can concentrate on. Fifth, you always have to be consistent. When you start your marketing collaterals, when you start your growth, you always promote on a recurrent basis. So along with this, I would like to say we at DC Studio, when it comes to branding, we have various different products. It ranges from creation of the logo to brochures, catalogs, digital posters, uh, presentations, and also offline activities like advertisements. So get in touch with us. Let us know what exactly your requirements are. So I would like to say, brand yourself well, tag the image very well, because the next time your name pops out in the market, your brand conjures yourself for your particular perception. And that's what I would like to say. That's the power of branding. So stand out or stand aside. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Mani.
Thanks, Divya. Out of this, I just like to go back to you with one final question. Sorry, I'm taking a little more time here. What
Definitely.
is that one thing you suggest? There was a plethora of things that you explained, like brochures, logos, and all. But what could be one thing that immediately they can start and they can reach out to you? How do you see that?
Well, if a company is new to the market, the first thing is all about creating the logo. If the company is already in the market, then the first step for them is to create a digital portfolio.
Wow, that's very different. I thought website was the first thing. Oh, great. So,
Website,
yeah, please go
yes,
ahead.
see, website is also one of the items in the list. Definitely, I would not say it is a no, it is yes. But a portfolio will always have a weightage. It's like carrying a wallet with you always. You carry it in your
Won-
phone and it is always with
Wonderful, wonderful share there. With this, I would like to, since we are already talking about website, let me ask Sudhi. Sudhi, what do you think is a good start for a founder or a small business owner to work on making this a solution? Like the strategy, and they were also spoke about the branding. How can my customer see what I am doing, or what is? How can he identify my new avatar? Let me put it like this: how can he identify my new avatar? So can you throw some light on that?
Absolutely, Manish. Basically, you led me to what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, so yes, I mean, there has to be a website for sure. If you are going digital, uh, you need to have your digital passport ready for the world, and that's your website, right? And it has to be certainly we would recommend it to be professional. So that you come across that you are serious and a credible business or organization. There are just to quickly touch upon, there are three uh, important components into website. I don't want to get into too much technicalities, but still I'll just touch upon that. First, you need to have a .in, .com or .com name, like the URL, and you need to have a space for your website. There's a server where you put your website content, your images, etc. And finally, and very importantly, you need to build the website content or the pages, the all the flow of the website, right? So all these three things make for a good professional website. And it is best that you get it done through through a proper professional channel, because anything that you don't offer a proper professional service, you might end up, as Devaya said, diluting your brand. Maybe if you don't have a proper website, the issues that are the negative reviews or the negative search results that you are creating, it will take lots of more to negate them and come back to a positive. I'm sure Pratish will agree on that. And then if you don't have a proper domain name, like if your domain name is not representing your business, that's also something very negative. And if it is not done from a professional vendor, you might just lose the control of the domain name down the line. So obviously web hosting is equally important, because uh, when website uh, needs to be website needs to be there 24/7. It can't be like down half the time and it is accessible half the time. The web hosting is the main main service provider which makes sure that the website is online round the clock and accessible across the globe. That's so important, because your playing ground need not be always the local market, right? It is the playing ground can be the whole globe when you have a website. So go for professional services. Don't go for this. Don't see it as just a side thing where we can do some copy paste thing, or just a normal website builder, and where uh, things go wrong very soon, because the damage is done to the brand. Again, I think I'm repeating the same thing. Damage is done to the brand or to your organization, because of those things will take long time to get negated and to come back. And coming to our focus area today for the institutions and schools and people who are teaching online, website can be a very good place where they can keep updating. It's not very hard to have a professional website where they can keep posting, keep having a online notice board. It keep having the online meeting links posted time to time for the students and the parents to come online and join the classes, etc. uh, they can keep updating the new offerings and other things. So even for a manufacturing industry people, where they are typically used to deal with offline market, this website can be very useful as well. So I would conclude by saying that yes, these are the like truth for long time. Just that this COVID and this lockdown has highlighted this, and we would certainly be glad to help anybody who would want to, seek any information or further assistance on this. So we can be contacted, and we will you know give whatever professional help that we can offer. Yeah,
Great,
that's
great.
from
So
my side. Thanks, man. Yeah.
that was wonderful insight. I would just like to ask one more question, because you actually gave me an lead.
Yeah, sure.
See, I've been having, let's say, SolworxS is my website, and I want to
Right.
launch new things. Now, what do you suggest? I would like to go and change my website entirely, or I just pick up a new domain and just launch one web page and then build on it. How do you see it? Which is much easier, much better in your view?
I would say new one would be much easier because
Okay.
To sit and fix the things gone wrong in that website is a tedious job. And it's like, you started, you have a Maruti and you are trying to get trying to make it a BMW.
Okay.
Rather than you directly target a BMW and go for it, right? So obviously a new one would be this thing. A new one would be good. Having said that, I would say if possible, let the domain name be the same.
Okay.
The domain name, the .com, .in name, let that be the same. But the content or the structure, I would say to go for a new one and a professional one. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thanks, Udip. Thanks for that.
Yep. Thank you.
And as you already helped me to go global with the website and all, this is where I would like to invite Pratish. Pratish, please can you tell us what is that one thing I have to do when I start my digital business and I make a big noise about SEO? Because I need to, I mean, as a founder, I think I have to make big noise at SEO. Just being going digital, and I got a new brand now. Now I got a new website. Now I'm all eligible to make the noise. So what do you see this situation of me as a founder, and what do you suggest?
Absolutely. So I would like to have a conversation with Ms. Usha. Ms. Usha, I believe you have a business which is already established right now, right?
Usha, you there?
Yeah.
Yes. So, Ms. Usha, can you give me a quick, like a 10-second briefer about what your business is? You mentioned that you're into hand-woven sarees, right? And you wanted to take your business online, right? So, how about we have a quick brainstorming session about it? Do you have a website?
Yes, I do.
You do have a website. So, do you have a logo?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you have a digital marketer on board as well?
I did.
You did. Why is it a did at the moment?
I guess they weren't able to deliver what was expected.
Okay.
One is that. And basically I find that the digital marketing, there is a concern. Marketing itself is a toughest thing, but sometimes people overboard commit themselves. That overcommitment is something which is the biggest concern I see.
Very true. Very true. Very true. So thank you, Usha, for interacting with me. So thank you, guys. So my name is Pratish. I'm one of the SEO guys. So I've been working with Mr. Mani quite a lot when it comes to SEO consultation and when it comes to any sort of suggestions in the SEO side. So let me give you an example, right? Let's say you mentioned Mr. Sudhi beautifully said that a website is mandatorily required. And Mr. Devaya also said, branding is something that will create that presence for you, right? I'm going to relate that to the physical world. So a website is equivalent to building your store and then making sure your store is beautifully created, everything. Your branding is the one that people will be able to see when they come to the store. Okay, wow, these are the colors that have been used. These are the placement of products, the lighting and everything. So you've already created a personality for your business, right? But if people do not even know that your store exists, does it make sense making such an investment? Not at all, right?
Not at all, yes.
Because, see, I'll sum up marketing into few words. You have a product, you have a customer, you create a bridge where the product can be seen by the customer. So this is what marketing is, right? So right now, what is happening is, since the buying capacity of people are mostly in the age group of 25 to 35. And this age group is very, very digitally aware. So which means they have already started earning. They are working right now. The reason why I said this age group is because 35 and above want to invest in a house, want to invest in a BMW car, want to invest in in something, probably a land or something as such. They want to do investments, not spend, right? That is the reason I told you that 25 to 35 is the age group where most of our market share is, right? It's a very competitive space as well. Since it is a very competitive space, they are digitally aware, wherein every day for every single thing, as simple as how do I poach an egg, they will say, hey Google or hey Siri, tell me how do I poach an egg, right? So they don't even want to go ahead and take a laptop out and then search for it and do. They want one worded answer. Direct, I give you a question, you give me an answer back. Everything that you see on the internet, everything that you see on search engines, it is all SEO. Basically, search engine, I'll give you a sum up. Search engine is nothing but an algorithm. An algorithm works on parameters. If your website is designed in such a way that you please these parameters, then you are going to have a good ranking. I'll give you an example. Right now, we have Mr. Mani Lakaraju. Few people might call him Mani. Few people might call him Mr. Lakaraju. Few people might call him Mani Lakaraju. Few people might call him Sir Mr. Business Mentor, right? So there are, this single physical entity has so many ways of being discoverable, right? So we as a business need to identify in today's digital era, what are those words that people search for us, for our product. And we have to optimize our website. It can be a single landing page, like Mr. Shubhadeep had mentioned. It can be a complete website. It can be individual product pages as well. You have to dig, do the hard work, do the smart work, analyze, finalize all of these things. Do it so that you can identify that set of keywords which makes sense for you as a business, but most importantly, makes sense for a customer. You might be thinking that people are looking for a Reynolds pen as Reynolds 045 pen, but they would simply be looking at as blue ink pen. But you would have never looked at it at all that way. So if you as a business are not present over there, who's there to lose? Not the customer, it's you, right? So that is why, to sum up everything in SEO, I'll give you statistics. In a day, 1 billion searches happen on Google alone. There are so many platforms that are available. There is Google, Bing, Yahoo, Baidu, Ask.com, Suleka, Just Dial, so many other search engines that are available. If you do not monitor and monetize on all of these platforms, there is no point building your website and trying to take it online, because just because you have a website does not mean you are discoverable. So with that, I believe I've given enough gyan about how SEO can help a business if they want to go online. So
great, Pratish. That was very useful insight. I was thinking just putting some keywords and making an AdWord plan would actually get me a ranking, but you have given me a different perspective of first I have to do a homework of the words, keywords.
exactly.
Then
Exactly.
I should decide what plan I have to put in.
Exactly.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. I would also like to ask you another question. Now the second, once I'm now, let's say I understand a little bit of this SEO thing. Now the biggest other noise I would like to make is the social media.
Yes.
Now when the brand is available, the website is done, and I would like to just keep posting. Like maybe I would have posted for this event as well in various forums. I would have made some noise. Okay.
Yes.
So how do you see that can be a harmony? How do you suggest
Absolutely.
us to see, not make a noise, but make a harmony as a
Brilliant question. So yes, so search engine absolutely is one flavor of digital marketing, but social media is the most or ever evolving platform for digital marketing, right? So to give you an idea, there are about 1.3 billion users in Facebook alone. And then similarly, there are I believe 1.9 billion users on TikTok. So if you are a business and you are not displaying your advertisements on these social media platforms, you are losing a fair bit of market share. The advantage about going digital is you are taking a physically restrictive store and infrastructure which is physically geographically restricted, and you're giving it wings. So the reason why I said wings is because you are expanding yourself to a horizon where you are discoverable completely. And what best can you do when instead of going to a platform where your customers are already there? So let me give you an idea about Facebook. So Facebook is somewhere, it's a place where people don't want to think about their work. They don't want to think about their life. They don't want to do anything. It's like they want to take a vacation. They come into Facebook for 10 minutes, stress buster. They want to see all the cat videos, the dog videos, and all of these things. They are available to consume a piece of content there. They've all, which means they are psychologically, they've prepared themselves to go to those platforms to consume information. So when they are watching a piece of content, let's take YouTube, another beautiful platform that is available. Yeah. I want to watch the top 10, cars that are going to be introduced in 2020. I will be eager because I already decided that this is the video that I want to watch, right? I go into YouTube and I search for it, and then I get advertisements. I get the listings that are available. When I click on these advertisements, you may think that there is this 3 seconds and I have to click on the skip ad, right? But for an advertiser, you know what is happening? They are performing an action called brand recall. Right now, you are seeing their advertisements almost every day. I'll give you the live examples. Trivago, Airtel, both of them annoyed everybody with their advertisements, saying that Airtel said, I will give you internet everywhere. And then Trivago's beautiful line was, Kabhi hotel search kiya hai kya? So when somebody comes and has a conversation with you with that simple thing, what do you relate to? You directly go to, oh yeah, Trivago. So the next time, even though those advertisements are annoying and interrupting every time you wanted you wanted to consume a piece of content, if you are actually in the stage where you want to fulfill or consume that service, guess what happens? You will go to those places where you would have seen these advertisements. You're not going to search at that time. You're directly going to go to Trivago. Okay, these guys said that this particular feature is available. I'm going to go to Trivago and try and see whether I can book. So this is called an awareness campaign. So we do this as and when we want to establish a particular brand online. So this is one of the most powerful things about social media. The other thing about social media is the targeting capabilities. So Facebook, you've gone to Facebook, you've gone ahead and added so many informations on Facebook, right? You have gone ahead and given Facebook your interests, your likes, the type of content that you are engaging with, the type of pages that you follow, and so on. You've given your designation, whether you're single, what is your date of birth, all of these things you've given to Facebook. Whenever a platform is available for free, always remember, you are the customer, right? And this data is what digital marketers utilize. End of the day, it is just a tool. But the most important thing that you have to understand is digital marketing is just a delivery medium. It is a medium where you can deliver with analytics and you'll be able to measure your deliveries. But if your story is incorrect, if your marketing campaign is incorrect, digital media will not give you the right results that you're expecting at all. You have to have a branding expert who tells you, okay, this is your brand guidelines, stick to it. Your logo has to be present over here only. The size of the logo should be prominent enough. It should not, overcloud the message that you're giving. All of these small things plays with the psychology of a person who is seeing your advertisement. When you play with psychology, only then you tap their subconscious. So that is what marketing is all about. You are manipulating your customers to consume your service when they see you. So this is how, without the physical, restrictions, the geographical restrictions, being able to reach out to any customers is where your social media helps you.
Wow, that was very good answer, brilliant answer. I love the way you said my stories with wings and the digital medium. And I also love the way you said, like, I have to create a story first, then think of what has to be done, either analytic or consult Devaya to get a better brand, or ask him all the conditions or all the rules where I have to place my logo, Do I use the same colors of the font of the logo or things like that? Wow, that's really a great insight. Thanks for that, Pratish.
Thank you. No
And we'll
problem,
just
Salsa.
move on. And finally, for the content or the engagement. So once we do all these things, what typically happens is the customer would definitely try to reach out to a particular place, or he has to reach out where he can connect, he can engage, and he can say order or do certain kind of things. That's where a kind of a personalized app which can be built by the founders themselves is going to be very handy for them, and is going to connect with the entire story or the entire effort you have done so far. So all the way right from understanding your brand, then trying to create a website for the presence, then try to make the right keywords, choice of the keywords for the SEO, and then finally making the story and making it a harmony, not a noise. And all of this results into a kind of engagement or a touch point that can be achieved with a simple tech or a solution or a hybrid app that can be made available to your customers, and you can actually make it a big success on your launch for your digital story. So I think with this I would go back to the panel uh, and ask them. We have given all the suggestions today, so the suggestions are really excellent and I love it, but there is definitely a lot of takeaways on that. But I would also like to understand from all of us, can we create some solution as a package today, just on the fly? That's why I also put it a name called bazooka. It has no meaning, it's just on the fly. I would like to create a solution, trying to take the advantage of you guys being here and try to give a solution to the audience or whoever is part of this show. What can we do? Let me start with Devaya. Devaya, what can you offer one single thing from your side if I ask you to make it part of this bazooka package, which we are creating online right now?
Yes. So I understand that bazooka package would be something like an introductory offer, if I'm not wrong, right? For the companies to
Exactly,
start and brand
because
themselves.
I've been doing a lot of workshops and sessions, and my commitment today is to give a solution to them, because they should start touching it and understanding, yes, this is a solution, this is the physical takeaway or tangible takeaway. So from that perspective, you can share your insights.
That's right. So yes, what I would say is for the organization which they are going to start,
Okay.
which is a startup. Okay. For that, I would definitely able to deliver the logo, which would have three variations of the logo and the basic brand identity. That would be the visiting cards, the letterheads, and the envelopes and the ID cards. So this will compile the entire basic format for the company to start. The other one would be the company which is already started, and if they think they're not doing that great in the market, they want to penetrate the market, then I would provide them a digital brochure, which should include the information about their company, their services, their clientele, why they have to choose that particular organization, which actually boosts about the organization, and they can promote themselves. So these are the two variables what I can products or service what I can promote them for the
Wow,
bazooka.
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Devaya. So it was so instantaneous and so great. You have contributed to this bazooka offer. So we have filled the branding part. Now let's move on
Yes.
to Sudeep. Sudeep, we need your contribution to fill on the website part. So what do you have to say?
I'll be happy to help Mani. And certainly, I mean, I can also think of, as Devaya was mentioning, two different things, particularly if somebody needs a website. And I'll be glad to help them with a certainly a basic website which will conform to the brand Devaya would have developed, or what, and also what Pratish would love to have it as a a SEO friendly website. Certainly I can give a website which and also a dynamic one where people should be able to post their updates and keep it going. It's not like a one-time thing, and they can still keep updating and keep using it for years. I mean, days to come.
Wonderful.
Or yeah, and with that, if they need help in the domain and hosting, we have our internal separate departments, specialized people for hosting and domain. We can help them with that also. And finally, we can help them if they are going for the hosting with us. We can help them to have their own professional email service. That is very important, I personally believe. In a I you know I mean, I don't know how others will react to this, but when in a business card I see a Gmail ID, I was like, really, uh, why you are promoting
Gmail.
Google? They have enough
Okay.
resource to promote themselves.
Yeah.
And you can basically, lots of us don't know. Yes, Gmail is a easy platform to use, because they have, you can have your official email ID tied up to Gmail without any extra cost, and use it through Gmail. But your official ID can have your own identity, not the @Gmail. So we would also love to help people with that part. If they want to go for the professional email address when they are hosting, we would love to help them with that. So
Wow.
website, domain.
You actually filled the bag. I still have to collect from Pratish and all. But that was very thankful and very great support for the online bazooka package. Thanks,
Hopefully
Suri.
Pratish will overflow it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what Pratish has to offer. Pratish, what is that you can help our entrepreneurs today to fill up this bazooka package? Yeah.
See,
How can you do this?
we already have a website, we already have branding, so why not
Yeah.
SEO as well, right? So,
Yeah.
okay, from the digital marketing's perspective, see, there are a few things that are very important when it comes to digital presence. Because let's say you had an offline meeting with somebody, and they would like to research about you before they file a contract or give you a deal, right? So at that particular point, if you are not available in these platforms, let's take, so we majorly work on 4 social media platforms. I can absolutely give that up, wherein we nurture all the existing clients, where on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where we do hashtag analysis. Basically, organic channels of social media can be absolutely included in this. Absolutely, we actually specialize in the paid marketing side, so that is
Okay.
more of an a la carte sort of a thing as well. So for the bazookas package, I can absolutely throw in the website that if Shubhadeep is going to build, we can completely optimize the website for SEO, so that we can have a search engine friendly website. And also from the social media's perspective, we can go ahead and maintain the complete social media presence based on your images and your videos. Make sure that your leads and your customers are nurtured on them, on the organic channels, so that we can absolutely break it.
Wow. So all you guys didn't leave a space for me. So I have to literally look what I can do from my side, because I took the pledge for the solution to give a solution. Wonderful, wonderful, Pratish. Thanks for your sharings and insight. Okay, from my side, from SolworxS, what we try to help is, once all these things are done, like the branding, the website, and SEO and all done, we will help them with a kind of a shared application or a very focused application for them, which we will do initially, and then they can actually build of their own. So we train them to build to the next level, and they can try to do it all of their own. So this is what I would like to take a little contribution from my side to the bazooka package. So just to sum up, I think the bazooka package is complete, and I'm very happy that we found a solution today online in the show within less than, I would say, 10 minutes. Devayas, you want to add something?
No, I just had a quick question here. So how did you come up with the name Bazooka? Was that very instantaneous?
Yeah, instantly. I remember this bazooka back to the football World Cup in South Africa. So
Okay.
they brought this and it was very viral. And I somehow when I think of a strategy or try to do these things on a surprise, I go back to bazooka because bazooka is a instrument that makes loud noise. So
Correct.
that's where I remembered back to that World Cup and I put this slide surprise to all of you guys. And I'm very happy you guys have reacted very graciously and you have given your contributions to make up this bazooka pack.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity.
Great.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah. So to sum up, so the bazooka package will come with a, if it's a first time goers, it comes with a logo, it comes with a new website, it comes with a aligned SEO and other packages, and as well as a engagement app. That's a package. If already they are having, it comes with a kind of a digital brochure, right? That's right, Devya. Digital
That's
brochure
right.
for an
Yes.
existing company, or fine tuning of the website, or helping them with the professional email service. That's what I understand from Sudeep. And then again, the social media and all the content related to that. And we also come up with the same kind of package offering of the app, whether they can do or we can train them to do themselves. So wonderful. So this is what I call a bazooka. It comes in a surprise and makes a lot of noise.
Makes a lot of
Thank you.
bang.
Yeah, thank you for
That's
all of you for sharing the wonderful contributions today. And we are at the last slide, which I would like to open it to the audience. We are here at the question and answer session. Anyone has a query or anything, they can unmute and ask a question for us. We are here to help you.
Seems like a very informative session. Probably people have become awestruck.
Yeah. I'm just seeing if okay. I okay. I have to ask this question. Sorry, I'm feeling different, but I have to ask this question. I've done things on the fly, but what should be at what cost? What is this package cost, or how it look like? Anyone can throw some light on it, Sudeep, or with all our expertise or whatever. You can take us into confidence and just give us some kind of a uh, highlight to what could be a cost, because I've just done it on the fly and it was so excited. We could make the bazooka, but at what cost? Can someone share the last insight?
So I would ask nominate Sudeep to do this honors.
Oh, great. Sudeep, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not great with numbers, Devaya. Anyway, having said that, see whatever whatever this package you are, you are thinking of money. So see that I can completely see there is a minimum and 1 year of engagement. Uh, um, for the whole
Yes,
thing
yes. Yeah,
because
yeah.
if we and I'm sure Pratish's team has to put quite a bit of effort to, if they are helping you with social media and other things, right?
Yeah.
So I would say anything starting around 50 or something would be a starting point. I'm not sure. I'm just throwing random numbers
And
because
you take all of us into confidence. Definitely, we will stick to whatever the start price or whatever. You can take us into confidence, and we will work on it, because this is purely a kind of a
no, small for a initial startup. I think that would be let's not make it a big looking number. I mean, it's a
exactly.
number which makes it very. Let's not make it a white elephant that it becomes very difficult to
Yeah.
control. So maybe in that range, yeah.
Great, great.
I believe
So,
we have one question from.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have one question in the chat board from
yeah, can
Mr. Shah.
someone see it?
Yes, I'll take up this question.
Yes,
So
sure.
yes, the question is all about: do we need a market analysis before we build a brand or before we build our own brand?
Okay.
Yes, we need to do the analysis, and in our branding terms, we call this as define and assess. We have three methodologies in this. We define and assess your close competitors, that is for the mediocre range, for the lo-fi range, and for the lux. So based on these three market research and the competitors, what they are doing, what are the activities they are doing, and how they are positioned their particular brand, we might have to look into your particular products or services and then position the brand accordingly. Though we might have 5 to 6 services or multiple products in an organization, brand positioning always has to be concentrated. We target one particular structure and then build on. That's how we define it as this.
Right.
I hope the question is answered. Yeah, you
I'd
can.
like to add to this as well.
Yeah, please, Pratish.
So let's first define a market, right? What is a market? Market doesn't really exist, right? Market is actually people, right? If you do not do your analysis, when I say analysis, you're building your persona. Firstly, you're building your ideal customer. If you do not build your ideal customer, what story are you going to tell them? So if you do not know what story are you going to tell them, do you even know whether your product is fulfilling a pain point? If your product is not fulfilling a pain point, your business doesn't have to exist at all, right? A business is a solution provider, right? The other thing about market analysis, the things that it would give you or give you a lot of light on is what are your competitors doing? They might have a service A, they might have a service B, they might have a service D. When you as a business, before analyzing any of these things, how do you have a go-to-market strategy, any of these things, you would also come up with the same thing. Yes, I would bring the service A, I will bring the service B, I will bring the service D, C. What is the difference? What is the differentiator? So we call this a unique selling point, right? If you don't have a unique selling point, if you don't analyze your market competitors especially properly, you will not identify what are the bare minimum benchmark that you should have in your product. If you do not have the bare minimum benchmark, why would a consumer even choose you? It will become a market share game where you are competing only with the amount of sheer money that you have in campaigning. Only then, if you don't do a good market analysis properly, if you don't segment your market, are you going to go to the, Uber? You're going to go to the creme de la creme? Are you going to go to the mass audience? Are you going to go to the mediocre audience? Who are you going to target? If you don't identify all of these things properly, stop your business.
Wonderful. Thanks for the answers, both Pratish and Divya. I don't think we have any more questions. Any more questions, please ask.
I have a question. Maybe it is Pratish can answer this.
Yeah,
Pratish,
go ahead.
put you on spot. Not really, but yeah.
Please go ahead.
Pratish, how do you we have so many social media platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you are promoting a business, is it important to choose a few of them and target some of those platforms which are relevant to those business, or would you say all the platforms should be covered and we should not leave anything to chance?
So that's a very, very valid question. So in the digital platform, we call this as platform identification, right? So let's say you have a baby product, all right? Let's take this scenario. You want to target people who are parents, first parents, or something like that. In those scenarios, would you use LinkedIn to target? No, right?
Yeah,
LinkedIn is a
challenging,
platform.
I would say.
LinkedIn is a platform where people want to, you can absolutely run it. I'm not saying you cannot run it. LinkedIn is a platform where it is going to allow you. It will accept whatever you give because they are making money. That is their business model, right?
True.
But for you to run a campaign on LinkedIn, you have to identify what is the product you are doing. You have to first understand what are the type of audiences who come on these platforms. People who come to Twitter, like to consume information in the shortest form possible, short form content. In Instagram, it's more video driven and image driven, right? Facebook is more about junk driven. So Instagram, let me give you a comparison, apples to apples, right? Facebook is like going to Pondicherry because you like beach, and then Instagram is like going to Goa and having a vacation at a beach, right? So you will still find the people, but the class of people that you would find will be different. So absolutely identifying a platform is one of the most important thing, because as I mentioned, a strategy, building your strategy first is the key thing. If you don't build the right strategy, you at the end of the day, you'll put a towel on your head and you'll be like, oh God, I spent so much of money and no results, right? So the advantage about digital marketing is you can have multiple touch points where you can actually see data real time, especially when it comes to paid advertisements. With these real-time data, you'll be able to re-optimize if something is not working out. Comparing it to traditional medium, you might have invested like 10 lakhs to get a beautiful hoarding in the center of Koramangala, but your phone number and your website might have had a small typo in it. So your investment is gone. So that is the real-time updation is where the power is. And absolutely, to answer your question, identifying the platform where you should go is utmost important when it comes to any sort of branding or advertisement purposes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pratish.
Yeah. For all the viewers and everyone in the show, we have posted the quick link. If anyone would like to log in or try to avail this Bazooka, we have given the link of the Google form. You can write your details over there, and then we will be able to connect back to you and help you with all the needful or necessary things that we can help you out. Thank you. So this been a wonderful session. I'm very happy. Objective met when we started. I still thought it would be more a strategy session and all, but I'm very happy we are able to coin the bazooka. We are able to define, as you said, we took the store to the online and we made it discoverable. So bazooka is discoverable and it got its wings now, with the price, with everything. Now with the Google form, everything, the bazooka is live now. So this is wonderful, and thanks for all the contributions from Devaya, Sudhi, Pratish, and also say my special thanks to Motashim, who couldn't join unfortunately, but Pratish, please convey my regards to him, and making this bazooka a very good live first kind of solution we have done in a live show. Thank you for that. And that's all we have to share today in the session. I think we are just out on time, and we have just taken a couple of minutes more. Anyone from the participants have any questions? We will spend 5 more minutes, try helping solve the questions, and that's it. We are good for today. We are all done with the presentation so far. And one announcement I would like to do is like yeah. Sorry.
Audio.
Yeah, audio.
Nothing, I mean.
Okay.
We were unable to hear you for a while, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Good. It just happening at the end of the session. It didn't happen in the middle. Okay, great. So I'll just try to repeat myself. So we have made the bazooka live, and we have given it the wings, the way Pratisha said. So, and the Google form is also there in the chat box. People can go back to the Google form and fill in the details, and we can straight away help with them. And I would also make an announcement like every week, every month on the 3rd Friday, I would request all the panel members who are present here today to join and try to help me focus on another industry and help founders from the other industry to take this kind of bazooka or this kind of benefit from this kind of learning. that's it I have to say. Any further questions, we just look forward to it. Any questions on the chat box? Anyone see that?
Miss Pinky says thank you for the session.
No. Yeah.
You're very welcome, Miss Pinky. Thank you for joining. Thank you for giving us your valuable
Thank you
time.
so much, viewers. Thank you so much. Definitely, we would love to see your contribution and seek your support from in the next session as well. Thank you.
Yeah. And I will be sharing this link on the digital, citizen developers group as well, and as well to all the panelists, so they can also forward wherever it's possible. And yeah, we are here every Friday, every third Friday of every month. I will request all the panelists will be here, and we will be picking another industry next time, which I'll be informing you in advance, and then we will try to help what best we can do digitally for them. Great. So the bazooka is live now, so we can make loud noise.
We have one more question.
Yeah.
How to reach the panelists?
That's what we were referring. Please register your details in the Google form, and we will try to. I will try to connect based on the Google form, because it's like 4 or 5 people, so it's easy to list out your details on the form, and then I would take it more professionally and try to connect them back to you. Great, that's it. So thanks for joining once again, everyone, and that was a great show. And thanks to everyone, to Devaya, Sudeep, Pratish, Motashim, and all the participants. That's it. We are signing off.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Stay safe. Bye bye.